Hi everyone, we are Titan Software Solutions. Today the topic is Rapid Application Development. First, let's look at an example. Let's say in the near future, a client comes to you and asks for a software solution. You would say no problem. But what if we give you a time period to complete the task? Let's say 6 months. That means you have to complete this project within 6 months. How would you complete that task? The methodology which describes the way to follow these types of projects is RAD or Rapid Application Development. Because Rapid Application Development is a software development methodology that uses minimal planning in favor of rapid prototyping. The lack of extensive pre-planning generally allows software to be written much faster and makes it easier to change requirements.
Now let's take a quick look at the history of this rapid application development methodology. As we already know, the life cycles that were commonly used in 1970s and 1980s were based on the sequential step-by-step approaches. For an example, this waterfall approach. However, those approaches were not very efficient when using practically in applications. The requirements of the clients were changing before an application is completely finished, and also it took so much time to complete a given task. That was because of those traditional approaches. There were no turning backs, and also each and every phase had to be completed fully before entering into a new phase. Even though at the end an application is completely finished, most of the times that did not meet the client needs. That was because of those drawbacks mentioned earlier. Therefore, people had to encounter huge losses as they were using those traditional approaches to implement their applications. The rapid application development methodology was introduced as a response to all those traditional approaches which were commonly used in the 1970s and 1980s. Obviously, this approach involves in iterative development and construction of prototypes. And also, it has a higher level of responsibility for frequent capturing and testing. This methodology was first introduced by Dr. James Martin in 1980. At that time, he considered all those traditional approaches and implemented this new concept. However, this approach was first documented in 1991, and thereafter this was considered as a successful approach by the society.
Effectiveness of rapid application development. Required time. The speed increases can be achieved using a variety of methods, including rapid prototyping and virtualization of system-related routings. Software reuse. Flexible and adaptable to changes. Can be handled large projects without a doubt. Rapid application development realizes an overall reduction in project risk. Good framework for faster product development. All types of rapid application development have the potential for providing a good framework for faster product development with improved software quality. Increased quality. Rapid application development is a development life cycle. It is designed to give much faster development and higher quality results than those achieved with the traditional life cycle. Also, it is designed to take the maximum advantage of powerful development software that has evolved recently.
There are four phases of rapid application development methodology. They are requirements planning phase, user design phase, construction phase, and cutover phase. Generally, user design phase and construction phases are iterative. Let's take the first one, requirements planning phase. This is also known as concept definition stage. Requirements planning phase combines the elements of system planning and system analysis phases of system development life cycle. This phase does not only focuses on the system planning activities like developing schedules, defining scopes of system and other planning activities, but it also focuses on the system analysis activities such as understanding the business problem and defining system requirements. It ends when the team that consists of users, managers and IT staff members agrees on the key issues and obtain management authorization to continue. Let's take the second one, user design phase. This is also known as functional design stage. User design is a continuous interactive process that allows users to understand, modify, and eventually approve a working model of the system that meets their needs. During this phase, design team meets the end users in joint application development workshop, and they uses these workshops to model the system data and processes and to build a working prototype of critical system components. Third one is construction phase. It is also known as the development stage. This stage completes the construction of the physical application system, builds the conversion system, and develops user aids and implementation work plans. During the construction phase, the design team develops the application in iterative cycles of development, testing, requirement refining, and development again until the application is completed. The last one is cutover phase. It resembles the final task in the system development life cycle implementation phase, including data conversion, testing, changeover to the new system, and user training. Compared with the traditional method, the entire process is compressed. As a result, the new system is built, delivered, and placed in operation much sooner.
The conclusion. We can now see advantages and disadvantages of RAD. RAD can save money, time and human effort, and it was introduced especially for time-challenged projects. Since the system gets optimized for the users involved, strong users take the ownership of the system. They change the system according to their needs. Building prototypes of system makes quick initial reviews possible and helps the end users to develop system themselves by proposing changes and improvements. This gives the ability to rapidly change the system demanded by the end users. This continuous requirements and changes leads to a tighter fit between the user requirements and the system. But more speed and low cost achieved in this way may lead to a lower overall system quality because you always focus to the improvements of current phase of the project. As a result, you may give your customer an apple, but inside that there may be an orange. That is, inconsistent internal system designs within and across system may be there. Instant modules created to solve problems in a moment may be difficult to reuse in future systems. Usage of integrated development environments like Visual Basic give rise to possible violation of programming standards related to inconsistent naming. To minimize these disadvantages, highly skilled and well-trained people are needed. This may be sometimes an advantage and sometimes may be a disadvantage. Finally, to conclude, some features can be highlighted in red. Minimal planning is used and rapid prototyping is done. Tools and software development kits are highly used. Red is ideal to accomplish time-challenged projects. Users' feedback plays a major role within the development process. That is a short tutorial to Red, and thank you for watching.